Yee.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Angela Yee.
How are you feeling this morning, Gigi?
I'm doing all right. It is Friday!
Yes, it is. All day.
Yes, it's Friday. How was your day yesterday? What you do, anything?
Well, I had to do a couple of podcast episodes for lip service.
Okay.
And then let me tell you what I did that I've never done before.
What's that?
Went home and went to sleep after that.
Oh, really? So
I
you went
was
to sleep early?
exhausted. I fell asleep like around maybe before 8 o'clock, like 7:45. And I didn't intend to. All the lights were on downstairs and everything, but I fell asleep. And it felt good. I woke up this morning like, oh, look at that.
That's good. Sometimes you just need that sleep.
That never happens to me. So, and you know what's crazy? I finished my podcast like around 6, and I was driving home, and I was like, I don't have anything to do. And then I was like, maybe I should call one of my friends and see if anybody wants to go out and do something. And then I said, Angela, bring your ass home. Just go home.
So you better than me. I wouldn't even have that thought. As soon as I'm finished, I'm jetting home.
Just enjoy the fact that for once you're not out all day.
I'm dodging phone calls. Well, I thought she got more sleep. She said, yeah, I left at 6. So you really got home at 8. You really slept regular time. Wait, the time you're supposed to sleep.
Yeah, but can't tell you the last time I've been asleep at 8 o'clock.
My goodness. Okay. All right. Well, horrible day yesterday for myself. Just watching everything Nipsey Hussle, watching the funeral, everybody speaking. It was you try to avoid it, because you just don't. I don't know. I hate funerals, and I know everybody said they hate funerals, but I really just dislike funerals. I don't like going. So the fact that you've seen all of it's just so sad, man.
I did definitely watch Lauren London speak. And watch the family come up on the stage and the kids and everything. I thought that was beautiful. Just to see the whole family together. And She really held herself together. Shout out to Lauren London. What else did I see? I saw Barack Obama wrote a letter. I seen Karen Civil read that letter. We're going to have all of that for you this morning.
Yeah, Snoop. And it was just, it's so sad to see a good brother, pass away so young and doing so much for the community. It's just, all right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Chelsea Handler will be joining us this morning.
Okay. I wasn't here last time Chelsea Handler came on the show.
Yeah?
Well, I like Chelsea Handler, though. I like her sense of humor.
Yeah, it's a strange sense of humor. But we'll kick it with Chelsea Handler. What up, Charlamagne?
Yo.
Oh.
And then we got front page news. What we talking about?
Well, we are going to talk about Nipsey Hussle and celebrating his life, the memorial that took place yesterday. But at the same time, we'll be talking about other things like what school has voted in favor of paying reparations. We'll give you that whole story.
All right.
We'll get into school out there that can pay reparations.
Well, we'll get into that next. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
This audio was uploaded by Mr. G.A. Willie. Search for my channel on YouTube, MRGAWILLIE.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Where we starting, Yee?
Well, let's start off with Nipsey Hussle and his memorial procession, as well as his funeral was yesterday. A lot of people were watching this, live streaming it. I watched a lot of the clips afterwards, and one thing that really touched me was watching Lauren London speak. She read aloud some of the text messages between her and Nipsey. Very beautiful. Did you see that part?
Yes, I
saw
did.
Some of that part. Not the whole thing.
All right, and the children were on stage, and here is some of what Lauren London had to say.
My truth is this: I'm never gonna give up on you. My love and my devotion is to you. And I sent that January 21st, 2019. We lost an incredible soul, and we won't ever be the same. But in Hussle's words, because he used to always say this, the game is gonna test you, never fold. Stay 10 toes down. It's not on you, it's in you. And what's in you, they can't take away. And he's in all of us.
I love how LA she is. Say 10 toes down. Dropping a clues bomb for Lauren London, damn it.
She also got a tattoo, which is a tribute to Nipsey Hussle, which was posted as well yesterday. And it says, "Real love never dies." And it's a picture of his face on her arm. So, in addition to that, Lauren London had this to say about Nipsey Hussle.
It's in Arameus, the love of my life. You know what it is. Grief is the final act of love. My heart hears you. I feel you everywhere. I'm so grateful that I had you. I love you beyond this earth. And until we meet again, the marathon continues.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Just seeing the two of them together, if you've ever had the pleasure of being in both of their company and seeing how they relate and react to each other, is amazing. I remember I saw them in the Bahamas, and they were having a whole discussion about who tried to talk to who first and who slid in whose DMs. But clearly they're both so in love with each other. So
it's just with the whole Nipsey Hussle situation, we always say God has a plan. It's very easy for me to accept death when it's like an illness or even like a car accident or something. But when somebody takes somebody's life, it just feels like they were cheated and they were shorted.
Well, there was also tributes from Snoop Dogg and YG. Stevie Wonder performed.
Oh, Snoop bodied it. I saw that.
All right, now let's talk about reparations. Georgetown students have voted in favor of paying reparations to the descendants of slaves. Now,
they can't even pay their student loans.
Let me finish where this is going, and that's for the university actually wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Maryland Society of Jesuits who oversaw the school's 272 slaves. So the slaves actually are the people that that they sold is the reason why that school exists, because then they were able to pay off the debt and sustain the school financially. They said that amount is about $500,000 today from the revenue from the 1838 sale of those 272 slaves. So what they are going to do is institute a reparations fund for the descendants of those slaves who were sold. So that's the GU, Georgetown University 272 advocacy team. So what they're doing is they're creating a new fee as well for every semester for all Georgetown undergrads. That fee is about $27.20, and that fee is going to go toward a reconciliation fund, which will be overseen by a board of students and the descendants of the 272 slaves.
Oh, so the school is paying the reparations to the students?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They need to be giving the
descendants of the slaves.
Yeah, they should be
not
giving
to the students.
They should just give the descendants of the slaves free tuition.
Free tuition, yeah. Let them,
yeah.
I'm sure they can figure out other things as well.
That's what they should do. Give them education, free tuition.
But they said that fund would generate more than $400,000 a year and would be allocated for charitable purposes directly benefiting the descendants of the GU 272.
Well, that's positive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was reading.
That's something.
There was an article in the Wall Street Journal yesterday about reparations for slavery, how it's been shelved for decades, but it's on the table for the 2020 election. But they said candidates' backing of the proposal for research shifted after Senator Kamala Harris discussed it with radio host Charlamagne the God on this little show called The Breakfast Club. Nothing major, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They said ever since she's been on the show, 88% of those mentions came after her radio appearance, and the topic of reparations for slavery has been searched more on Google than at any time in the past decade. But it's just a little radio show here called The Breakfast Club. That's all.
All right. Well, that is your front page news.
It's in the Wall Street Journal if you want to look it up for yourself.
If you want to read it up?
Yeah.
You want to catch up on it?
You see, I think I'm making this up.
Oh, my goodness.
It's right there. They did the research, not me.
All right. Well, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you got to get something off your chest, hit us up right now. Maybe you had a bad night or bad morning, or maybe you want to spread some positivity. 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. Hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up, wake your ass. This is your time to get it off your chest. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Karen, good morning.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Karen?
Hey, ma'am.
Hey, get it off your chest, Karen.
Hey, this is Karen calling from Jacksonville, Florida. I got through a few weeks ago. I talked to you guys about getting to work on time. How has that been going?
For me,
I've been doing good.
I get here at 6:05 every day because the show starts at 6:04.
No, it don't.
it
The show
does
starts at
not.
6 o'clock.
It's only just a few minutes. Y'all need to start the show maybe 5 minutes later. It's all good. But in any case, I'm calling
Look at her,
today
6:10.
because I just wanted to bring a suggestion to the Breakfast Club. I'd like to hear you guys support Black businesses just a little bit more.
Oh, you new here, huh?
Specifically.
You new here, huh? You got to be new here. How long you been listening to The Breakfast Club?
No. I listen to The Breakfast Club every day. I know
Impossible.
you do, but I
She wants more.
kind of, there are just a little bit more because you guys really help stimulate the Black economy.
What you're saying is you want us to shout out your business. What's your business, boo?
I actually do not currently have a business, but I support a lot of other Black businesses. I see it a lot here in Jacksonville, Florida. I want to specifically bring light to, have you guys ever heard of We Buy Black?
No.
Really? Shut up. Yes, you have. Anyway.
We buy black.
What, the website?
There's a website.
Oh,
yes.
got you. Okay.
The owner of the company, they're also they're wanting to start a supermarket in Atlanta called Soul Food Markets. Have you guys ever heard of that?
Yeah, I know Killer Mike has been pushing that very, very heavily.
Yes.
Yeah, I think they got a couple of $100,000 already, right? And they GoFundMe. I think they got a couple $100,000 already, right?
Yeah, they're very close to meeting their goal just to put the down payment on the supermarket. But it's a supermarket that is going to basically provide black products.
Yep, I seen that.
Black entrepreneurs. I love that idea.
Did you donate?
To bring that to light, tell people to support. Of course I donated.
Good.
And I'm going to donate again.
Good.
And I would like to see a lot more people donate because I want to see this come to fruition. When I tell you I'm in Jacksonville, I will drive to Atlanta just to shop at that grocery store.
All right, that makes sense.
I want to see it.
Stop lying.
Have you guys heard of the crayon case?
No.
Yes, of course I have. Yes.
You have.
You know I have.
And I know you're friends with BB Judy as well.
Yeah, Super Scent. Gotta love it.
I would love for Super to come to your show.
She's actually doing lip service.
She is.
Yeah, she will be. Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait. I love that. I've been following her since she was doing story time with Super. And when I tell you, she used to crack me up, and she's come a long way.
Yeah, Super Scent made millions of dollars off of her crayon case.
Well, thank you.
We appreciate all your suggestions, even though we knew about all of them. And I just got to say, don't you ever disrespect us and say we don't support black business.
Yeah, but I appreciate her for calling up here.
I don't know.
And listen, you know how many people have probably just went to WeBuyBlack.com right now? As a matter of fact, you just inspired me to sell my pressed juices on We Buy Black, so I'm filling out a vendor form.
We've been shouting out We Buy Black, and we've been talking about the crayons that have the different skin tones and colors, and we knew about the supermarket with Killer Mike.
There's so much stuff that we've been doing. We've been talking about so many different people, lenders that are African American, attorneys that are African American. What's the cupcake guy that's been up here a couple of times? The black owned guy that owns the cupcakes. The guy
Mr. Todd.
Mr. Todd.
Shout out to my peoples, Yolanda and Rick from Cream Blends.
I'm not about to prove nothing to this lady.
Yeah, but anyway, she didn't say we don't talk about it. She said she wants us to talk about it more.
Who blacker than us?
And
all jokes aside. Who's the blacker morning show on the national level than us? God damn it.
All right. We are pretty black. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Whether you're mad or blessed, we want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Mel, get it off your chest, Mel.
Get it off my chest. On this morning, man, I'm pissed off, man. I'm from Hempstead, Long Island, man, and my wife, she turns around and goes and have to pay some tickets. Now, when she go to pay the tickets come up as 2 tickets, turn around and come up as 4 tickets. So as she's there paying the tickets, they put a boot on her car while she's there. Next thing you know, she goes inside and comes up to $12.26. 15 minutes later, she go back inside. They charge her $13.26, talking about it's a system update within an hour. Man, these guys is crazy out here. It's just a straight ripoff.
Why is it a ripoff?
Why is it a ripoff?
Yeah, it sounded like to me like she was parked in the wrong place.
Listen, man, no, she went to pay the tickets, and they never said that she would be booted or anything for the ticket. So as she go inside to pay the ticket, they say $12.26.
Oh.
15 minutes later, she go back inside to pay. They said, we have a system update. Now it's $13.26.
Damn it, man.
15 minutes?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry for you, bro. I hate that when they get that boot on their car.
I know. I used to get boots all the time when I lived in Jersey.
Amanda.
Yes.
Get it off your chest, Amanda.
Oh, my goodness. Envy, I need these people to stop messing around and vaccinate their children. There is a thing called herd immunity. People need to look it up. The reason everybody doesn't see measles all the time is because so many people are vaccinated against it. So the disease doesn't have a home to live in and grow and then spread to other people. Vaccinate your children, y'all. Vaccinate them.
Are you in Brooklyn?
Measles kill people.
A lot of people don't like to get vaccinations, though, because they don't trust this wicked system, and they don't know exactly what is being put into their children.
But then you see what happened now. There's a measles outbreak because one student brought the measles to everybody.
Exactly, because you don't want to
trust. That affects other people.
If you're not a surgeon, you're not an expert on surgery. If you're not a doctor, you're not an expert on medicine and how to treat it. This is why these people go to school for 6 to 8 years and take and pass anatomy and physiology so they can know and understand better than we can. And it's free information. Go and do the homework yourself. Do the research yourself. The science is out there. Vaccines don't cause autism. You know how many...
Now, hold on now. I don't know if you should just be throwing that out there. I don't know, because I have heard people say that, they've gotten vaccinations for their children, and their children have shown signs of autism. So I don't want to say it doesn't.
That's why there's a thing called correlation does not imply causation. Just because 2 things happen at the same time doesn't mean that one thing caused the other. Anyway, The point is, your children, babies, pick up stuff off the floor, put their hands in their mouth. They're exposed to pathogens, millions of them every day. The little bit of something that's in the vaccine is like letting your body see the answers to a test before it has to take the test.
Okay.
It's helping your body cheat. So talk to the doctors, educate yourselves, y'all. Don't just listen to what somebody told you on YouTube. Do the homework and vaccinate your children.
Thank you, Amanda. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up right now. Now, we got rumors on the way?
Yes, we are going to talk about Wendy Williams. Turns out she has filed for divorce. We'll tell you how those papers were served and some other circumstances surrounding this whole divorce.
Lord have mercy. Kev about to dig deep into his midlife crisis closet.
I thought his name was Kelvin.
Kelvin. Kelvin is definitely about to dig deep into his midlife crisis closet.
All right, we'll get into that next. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Oh, man. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club.
Good Friday.
I want to tell y'all guys out there, Charlamagne's a jerk.
I am not a jerk.
You are a jerk.
You're lying.
I'm not a jerk. I just started laughing just now because our producer came in here bawling.
Crying.
And, you know, he is the type that gets stressed out over work.
Right, he's the type that punches the wall.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Envy was like, what's wrong? You stressed out over work? And he's like, cutting all these damn Nipsey Hussle clips. But he meant it like...
He's sad.
They're cutting these damn Nipsey Hussle clips.
Yeah.
And he was bawling.
Yeah. After hearing the
it's
clips.
hard to watch, but we thought he was upset.
I didn't know what he was upset
stressful.
about.
Laughing at me.
I did laugh at you.
And then Charlamagne started dying laughing. The tears are coming down his eyes. He got his hood on. He's so sad. And Charlamagne just started bawling laughing.
I'm going to give him a hug.
So now two people are crying.
He just ran out the room.
I'm going to give him a hug later.
My goodness.
I love you, Dan.
All right. Well, let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Wendy Williams.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee. On The Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
You're a jerk, man. You're really a jerk.
Well, Wendy Williams has officially filed for divorce after almost 22 years
Drop
of
on a
marriage.
close bomb from Wendy Williams. Good for her.
She had to get extra security just in case her husband, Kevin Hunter, who does work with her on set.
That bum-ass Negro coming in with that fake hairline and that do-rag causing trouble.
Just in case he got enraged, but they said everything was pretty calm. They're still working together on set, and it was awkward, but they were cordial to each other. Now,
That's
she
not
said
gonna work.
It was irreconcilable differences that led to the end of their marriage. They said it was a breakdown of the marriage over a period of the last 6 months at least.
That bullshit. Listen, she's been getting abused on various levels for years, so now she's finally freeing herself.
Now, according to sources close to the couple, they said that he actually had to confess everything to her because he has a baby now by his mistress. So that's what caused her relapse recently. In addition to that, according to the Daily Mail, he's been living with his mistress, Sharina Hudson, in a secret hideaway in New Jersey while Wendy Williams has been struggling with her addiction.
The South Carolina's own Sharina.
How secret is it if everybody knows?
Well, I guess it was secret for a long time.
Okay.
And now everyone knows. They said that he was just seen driving a brand new Rolls-Royce convertible. It's maroon.
Spending Wendy's money still. All right.
To pick up Sharina Hudson to take her out to dinner. This was just on Saturday, by the way, that he did that. So clearly he doesn't even care.
Wendy about to cut that allowance, though.
And Sharina has a brand new $5,200 Chanel purse.
Push presents.
She also got a gold Ferrari Portofino.
Push present.
That's the
which he gifted to her.
That's a convertible Ferrari.
You might as well say Wendy's buying all this stuff. Wendy bought Sharina 2 push presents. Continue, Yee.
That Ferrari starts at a base price of $215,000.
That's the basic one, right?
Yeah, that's the base.
That's the lowest model of Ferrari that you could buy.
Listen, Wendy can't half-ass it, though. She's got to fire that fool from all business ventures and drop his last name. Okay, because nobody refers to you as Miss Hunter unless you tell them to. All right, you are Wendy Williams. That name is worth multi-millions. Nobody care about no damn Hunter. In fact, your ex-wife Kelvin needs to call himself Mr. Williams. We don't care about no hunters, no deer hunters, no bird hunters, no wild boar hunters. Separate yourself from all hunters.
Now, some people believe that he is not going to just take this laying down and he will contest their split because he is an executive producer on her TV show.
Ain't that sad?
He also has told his mistress, Sharina, that he could not afford to split from Wendy because she pays all the bills.
Sure can. He don't got nothing on his own. His whole lifestyle is funded by Wendy.
But is he the executive producer of the show? Doesn't he get part of that?
And that's the only sad part about all of this is he's going to get half of Wendy's money, and you know, he's the problem. Like
Well, you know, in New Jersey, parties can file fault or no fault. So fault means that a judge can dock your alimony based on the seriousness of whatever your offense is, which could include adultery, abandonment, physical or emotional abuse, and alcohol or drug abuse. worse.
Yeah, I don't think he should get no money because all he's going to do is spend all that money on designer brands from third world countries. Because you know how when certain teams don't win the championship, they send all the merch for the losing team to third world countries?
Yes.
That's where he gets all his designer stuff from. Like the only other people in the world who have those trash-ass Supreme outfits that Kelvin Hunter got, they in Mozambique. And the outfits Kev be wearing, people in Haiti use them to start fires. They don't even wear them. They just need the fuel for their fire. That's all.
Well, this is sad. I truly feel bad for Wendy Williams.
But why? She's free now. I don't feel bad for her.
I don't really know her, but I can see that she's going through a lot.
Man, I've
interviewed her like twice, and that's the only time.
If she severs all ties with this fool, as she should, she's going to soar.
It'll be a rebirth.
It's still going to be difficult. They've been married 21 years. Even though she filed, it's still going to be difficult for her to leave. He's still going to get damn near half. It's going to be like the same thing with Ken doing Mary J. Blige. Maybe she managed him. He managed us for so many years.
Maybe he won't, because of what you just said in Jersey. Maybe he won't get half.
But he managed her.
He don't deserve half.
He managed her for, what, 20 years, 15 years?
Yeah, but I think they were also investigating what he's been spending the money on. So I think all of those things.
On Sharina Hudson, a.k.a. Nikki. All right, that's who he's been spending all that money.
You know a lot, man. This is Charlatan.
Hey, Deadball Mercury, y'all not tired of that dude yelling and screaming around that studio? Get his bum ass out of there, man.
Okay, well, that was the Charlamagne Rumor Report. I'm Angela Yee.
That was the Charlatan.
Kelvin Hunter is a
hey,
bum.
fam.
Kelvin Hunter is a bum, a suck-ass Negro on all levels, okay?
So you don't like him?
Not at all. Okay. Grade A certified sucker.
Clarify.
I love and value and appreciate a lot of brothers out here. He is not one of them.
He might want 5 minutes from you.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
What about a 5-minute hug?
I'll take it. I would definitely take that.
All right.
Okay. Might make me feel better.
Might make you feel better.
What about my money? All these years of therapy I had to spend.
you
what
need
about me?
Okay, you better step in too, then.
Okay.
File your claims.
I need some Kelvin Hunter reparations as well.
My goodness. All right.
I didn't send him a couple of cease and desist in my life.
I'm sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Cost you a couple bucks.
Might as well file a lawsuit or two. I'm going to wait to see how much Wendy give him, though.
You know what?
Ain't no need to show him now. He ain't got nothing.
This guy is a jerk.
I want that little basic ass Ferrari you bought.
Are you a mistress too?
Yo, this guy is crazy. All right. Well,
man, God is so good. I want to close bombs for the Lord.
My God. All right.
Wendy, sever all ties, man. No hunting. Hunting season is officially over for you. No more hunters, baby.
All right. And that was your Charlotte T.
We love you, Wendy.
We got front page news. What we talking about front page news? Let me see you top that one.
All right. We'll be talking about allergies. Maybe you've been feeling like your allergies are getting even worse. Maybe you never had them before and now you do. Well, we'll tell you what that reason might be.
All right. We'll get back. This guy's crazy, man. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Happy Friday!
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Oh, today. You sure today not Good Friday?
My goodness.
Today feel like Good Friday.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlotte the T. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get some front page news. What are we talking about, Yee?
Well, let's talk about climate change and how that might be making your allergies even worse. If you've never had allergies before, maybe it wasn't so bad. They're saying so many more people now are suffering from allergies. Nearly 20 million Americans are having these issues, according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and they're saying there's going to be many more of us suffering in the future. They said back in 1970, 1 in 10 Americans struggled with allergies with hay fever. And then by 2000, it was 3 in 10 people. And they said asthma also has been made much worse by exposure to pollen, and it's become a lot more common as well. So people think that the warmer temperature increases the level of airborne pollen because the growing season has grown.
I believe that, because even with this little 24-hour bug everybody be getting, like I got hit with that this week. Like, how do you get so sick for 24 hours where you just throwing up and got diarrhea crazy, and then the next day you feel fine?
My 3 of my kids had it in the last couple days.
That's what I'm saying. Like something ain't right with the earth. Like, we're not treating the earth right, and the earth is responding.
All right, and we are all still in mourning over Nipsey Hussle. Yesterday, they were celebrating his life with a memorial and a funeral procession. So that procession did go past his Marathon clothing store. Now, at the memorial, there were some great tributes that happened there. Performances from Anthony Hamilton, from Stevie Wonder, from Jhené Aiko. In addition, Lauren London, of course, had their children on stage, and she spoke. Here's what she had to say.
And to Armius, the love of my life, you know what it is. Grief is the final act of love. My heart hears you. I feel you everywhere. I'm so grateful that I had you. I love you beyond this earth. And until we meet again, the marathon continues.
Hey.
She also got a tattoo as well, which we all got to see yesterday on social media. Marsha Ambrosius also performed, by the way. Now, Nipsey's mother spoke at the memorial, of course, and here's what she said.
My son was a great man. I think that the only way to overcome the darkness is to be a light. We have to be the light of change that we want in the world.
I agree.
Now, Nipsey's brothers spoke as well about their childhood.
And we would hustle up money, water lawns, shovel the neighbors' dog in the back, wash cars, for whatever we could get. We'd work hard all day, and it seemed Nip would just put in 10 minutes and come back with $200-300, and we couldn't believe this. We like, man, I've been working 12 hours for $15, and you can hit the block with $200. You know, he always had a scheme. He was always so intelligent and charismatic. And as you can see in the pictures and the slideshows, man, he always had a bright smile on his face.
You know, even though I hate how someone submitted their will to Satan and took this gift from God named Nipsey Hussle from us, you know, he reminds me of this lyric that Nipsey has on the Loaded Bases, the song with CeeLo, and he says, it's a couple N-words every generation that wasn't supposed to make it out but decode the matrix, and when they get to speak, it's like a coded language and remind N-words of their strength and their stolen greatness. And Nipsey was definitely one of those dudes for our generation.
All right, so we'll have more for you during the course of the morning. We'll tell you who else spoke during Nipsey's memorial. I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Front Page News.
He's really just reminding us of how strong we can be as a culture and as a community and as men, and how great we can be as a culture, as a community, and as men. That's what Nipsey Hussle served as for me.
All right,
a symbol of just how great we possibly can be.
All right, well, thank you for that Front Page News. When we come back, Chelsea Handler will be joining us. So we'll kick with comedian Chelsea Handler, so don't move.
Never heard of her.
It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Back. You're checking out the world's most dangerous morning show.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. She's back.
Yeah, she was just telling us how to disarm people with Jolly Ranchers.
That's right. Chelsea Handler, welcome.
Chelsea's back.
You know, the last time I was here, I remember somebody pulling out their penis.
What?
Yeah.
I wasn't here. I'm sorry.
No, you weren't here. There was a white guy here, and he pulled his penis out.
Oh.
Are you sure that was here?
It was Greg T. It was Greg T. from the Elvis Show. Yeah, he came up in here.
That was pre-Me Too Times Up movement. I'm sure he won't be doing that.
Yeah, he won't be doing that anymore.
Well, I'm here to press charges.
Well, Elvis Duran's studio is right down the hall. That's where he works.
You know, he always pulls out his penis. I actually have video of him and his penis out.
He does it a lot.
And then I had my makeup artist at the time was so excited. He was gay, and he was like through the window taking pictures of the guy's penis.
He likes little penises? It was not swinging.
I guess
You just
he
did the
likes
swinging
any
motion.
penis.
It was very tight.
You know. Anyway, it was a great morning way to wake up. So I want to thank you guys for having that experience together.
For the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
That's part of the breakfast.
And I think sometimes
I totally get it.
Yes.
Small penises don't seem as pornographic as when somebody pulls out like a big penis.
Yeah,
Not having this combo. Not in this area.
like a little baby clitoris. You know,
right, like a button.
Like if we pull, yeah, exactly. Let's move on anyway. Sorry to bring up some terrible memory.
All penises are small clitorises for the record, though.
That's right.
Is it true that you have a crush on Robert Mueller?
Yes, I like him. I like anybody. I come from a father who didn't pay attention to any rules or ethics or standards or morals. So I look at someone like Robert Mueller and I'm turned on by that. Not to marry, but just to have fun with for a couple of hours.
Was he attracted to you even after the Mueller report came out?
Well,
And there was no collusion?
once I read the report, I don't think he said there was no collusion. I think he said there's no proof of collusion. But once I read the full report, whenever we get it, then I can decide if I'm still attracted to him.
Yeah, he seems like a lot less of a hero to me now.
Me
I thought he
too.
was gonna nail him.
Yeah, well, I'm just not going to have my love be conditional. I'm going to wait and see what happens. I don't want to, you know.
Has he tried to contact you, slide in your DMs or anything?
He probably has. I mean, I'm sure he's married, so there's that.
That'll hurt things a little bit.
Does that matter?
It does matter because I want to respect married people, but I want to. But that doesn't mean I don't have the feelings I have. I do have them, and I'm expressing them to get them out, put them out in the air, and so hopefully they'll evaporate at some point. You know, you just got to put stuff out there.
You wouldn't be a sister wife?
No. I'm too. I don't. I have the wrong attitude for that. It's called bitch. I'd be such a terrible sister wife. But I'm here to talk about my book. Life will be the death of me.
Life will be the death of you.
It's interesting because in your book you did talk about messing with guys who were a lot younger than you, and you actually ended up feeling bad when they got fired from their jobs.
Yeah, I've had a lot of I like older men. Just typically speaking, because I have my daddy issues. I like guys that are older. But once I'm, now I'm in my 40s, so guys are getting old. And so I have to lower the margin. And when I try and hook up with young guys, it's a disaster because they're not mature. They don't have any money, and that's cute for a little bit, but not for like longer than a month. And so I've gotten into some situations where I've had people fired for having sex with me at a resort that they work at. I've had a lot of bad luck in that department. So I'm just going to stay away from anybody under 30 because they get confused.
Well, the beauty of relationships is what that person doesn't have, you may have. So you have the maturity and the money, and they got the young, firm penis.
Yes, but at 28 years old, I really don't want to deal with somebody, like, unless they're mature and an adult, just for sex at this point. Like, I've had enough sex in my life, so now I just have to go into the area of a real relationship with a real person and be honest about the fact that I want to be in a relationship, because I think for so long, with me especially, I was pretending I didn't want to be in a relationship to be tough and be independent and fierce, and after enough therapy, I realized, yes, it's okay to say you want to be in a relationship. That doesn't mean you're needy.
Yeah. So the kid at the resort that got fired, did you send him a little money? Like, here's a severance package.
Well, that's also a problem I have, is I give away a lot of money to people once they do get fired because I feel badly, and I need to stop doing that.
Right. They know the risk.
Yes, they do know the risk, but I feel, they lost their job. They shouldn't have been cavorting around with me, and I want to ameliorate the situation. So I'll give somebody, I talk about it in my book. I'm not proud of it, but I have done it a couple of times, given somebody like 20 grand to just not contact me again.
Wow.
Or 30.
Go away.
Get ahead of your settlements, Chelsea.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry you lost your job. Here's money for the next 5 years of what you would have made, or whatever, a year,
so
not
it's Caribbean.
5.
He was a West Indian guy, Caribbean guy?
They're all guys visiting, but usually it takes place somewhere in the Bahamas.
Oh, you know what? That's
or
true.
in a ski town.
I respect
sometimes.
the person who negotiates their own settlements.
Well, yeah, exactly. I have to go. It's like an NDA, but with someone signing anything.
No paperwork. In the Bahamas, they're not
an open-ended NDA, so it's the worst kind.
They're not even allowed to gamble in the casinos in the Bahamas, and then they're not allowed to go to your room either.
No. Well, they are allowed to come to my room, but for a very short amount of time, and then it's over. So that's the problem.
So you like black guys?
I do. I like white guys too, though. I'm not just one thing. I don't like one person. No, I'm not into that.
But if you're going to pay for it, you're going to pay for a black guy.
I'm going to pay for a black guy. Yeah. That's right.
What about Latinos? Any Latinos?
I haven't had. Are you Latino?
Yes, he is. Every shooting his shot.
Oh, I thought
he trimmed his beard for you, by the way.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks tight. No, I haven't been with a Latino guy recently, or an Asian guy. That's still on my bucket list.
Okay, but
why is that on your bucket list?
You know why?
No, I don't.
Chinese?
No, I don't know.
So you've got Chinese in your blood.
Yes, I do.
And are you attracted to Asian men?
My mom told me never date a Chinese guy.
Because
of my dad, I guess.
Good advice.
But you also have a documentary about white privilege that you're working on.
So I did this book. I kind of had a mental breakdown when Trump was elected. And I had a lot of outrage that I needed to harness and make it into something positive, because I was in a state of reaction and I wanted to be in a state of action. Instead of bitching and moaning about him, I wanted to be able to do something about it. And I was just like a spoiled brat, like so many people. I didn't think this could happen in our country, and I was naive, and I was an elitist. I am an elitist. I've tried very hard to become one. And so I had to really have a wake-up call and like dig deep and go to a psychiatrist to bitch about Donald Trump. And I was perfectly happy doing that and paying somebody to listen to me talk about him. I would have paid double. And after that, I was like, okay, what kind of work do I really want to do? Do I want to, do I want to be on a talk show? Do I want to do documentaries? Do I want to? And my experience in therapy just made me realize this is important stuff. If I'm going to overshare and make a career out of oversharing, I may as well overshare the important stuff. So what he broke down for me was what Donald Trump represents to me and to so many people, which is instability and destabilization. And so I had to wake up, and I feel good. I meditate now. I drink a lot less. I smoke a lot more. I'm into cannabis big time. It's legalized in California, and it'll be legalized everywhere. And that is the way forward for sure. I have my own line coming out at the end of the summer.
What's your line called?
We're trademarking it right now, so I can't say, because someone will go and try and screw me over. Probably one of those guys I slept with in the Bahamas.
I got 20,000.
They're up late at night buying trademarks with all that money. They're like, hey, what's she up to next? So, now I've realized how to be a better kind of ally and advocate to the groups that I care about representing and bringing like a voice to, and not just cashing paychecks because I can.
All right, we got more with Chelsea Handler when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Chelsea Handler. Charlamagne?
I saw you on Bill Maher. You said that you was in therapy. Was that your first time going to therapy ever?
No, but it was the first time I went to therapy where I was able to get real about what, like, I didn't think I ever had to talk about my brother dying when I was 9 years old. I thought I was smarter than that. Mm-hmm. And I also thought if you grow up, I mean, you have shows in, that have your name in them, you have books with your name in them, it feels narcissistic. It feels like, oh God, I'm going to go and talk about myself. It's so LA. And really, the truth of the matter is until you figure out your own crap and fix it, you're not going to be of use to anybody else. And you're not going to be able to do anything important until you clean out your own injuries. So for me, that was really hardcore. And I didn't want to cry in front of anyone ever. So going to a psychiatrist and being vulnerable and finding out that that's really what strength is being vulnerable, is being able to say, yes, I do want to be in a relationship. I'm not Teflon. I have wants and desires, and like all of the things that feel corny and gross when I was 20 feel normal now. And and I think it's a good messaging to share. And my experience with my psychiatrist was like nothing I'd ever experienced. And so I immediately just started writing it down. And then I was like, oh, this is what I should be doing.
I love therapy. And I think one thing we also realize is that hurt people hurt people. So you have a lot of hurt in you, and you end up redistributing that pain to other people. Did you find that about yourself?
Yeah, and you're shut off, Like I had a scorched earth policy. If somebody pissed me off or did something I didn't like, I was done. Get out of my life. You're not my friend. You're the enemy, because it was tough. It was like, no, there's no gray area, black, white. And I needed to learn how to forgive people. I needed to learn how to talk to people I don't agree with instead of just shutting it down. Talk to conservatives, understand why people voted for Trump. And just in my regular life, being more patient. Like I had never understood that people, like I've had heard about people getting an email and not responding right away, and how people say, oh, write down your thought and then read it in the morning. I'm like, who does that? That had never even occurred to me as a way to behave. So for me to really sit back, get into meditation, get into cannabis allowed me to get to the place where I could meditate, to calm down enough and be still. So I'm really grateful that I feel a lot healthier.
How much do you smoke a day? You talk about cannabis a lot.
I usually take edibles.
Edibles?
Yeah.
Edibles are tough for me.
I think because the microdosed ones now are nothing. It just it makes everything a little bit less annoying.
Now, you talked about learning forgiveness, right? Did you reach out to anybody after going to therapy just to mend things and do?
I have actually. I've reconnected with a couple of people. That was a very specific question because I was like, oh no, like it's almost like AA. You're like, do I have to go apologize to everyone? But the fact of the matter is, what my guy Dan Siegel, who I talk about in my book a lot, explained to me is that it's just important to move forward knowing that you are going to not behave that way anymore. You don't have to go back and say to everybody, hey, because some of the things were hurtful and some of them were painful. You don't have to hold a grudge. But moving forward, I won't end relationships like that. I won't say, this is it. You screwed up. It's over. It's more of a conversation and being honest instead of just, I thought it was my job to defend the world. And it's like, no, it's not. Shut up.
Even with the Kardashians, have you apologized?
Well, now that we have the Kardashians, I feel like my load is less lightened.
Would you apologize to them?
I have apologized to Kim.
Yeah.
Kim doesn't care, first of all. She doesn't care what I'm saying about her. And Chris, I have apologized to because Chris got upset with me once, Jenner. And so I apologized to her. So, yeah, that's fine. And they deserve it, right? I mean, they deserve an apology. And they deserve
the slander and the apology.
They deserve the abuse and they deserve the apology.
All press is good press for some people. They can handle it like you said.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, also, was your reaction to Trump more about what was inside you? Because, I mean, it's not like Trump isn't douchey in a lot of ways.
No. It was what he represented to me. To me, he was like my dad. My dad was a shyster, a dishonest guy, and I grew up with that. So for me, it was a trigger to that. And when my brother died...
Your dad was a salesman.
Car salesman.
You just compared your father to Donald Trump.
Oh, I know. I have before. I mean, luckily, my dad wasn't as successful. He could have ruined the whole world. But my dad was, that kind of... When my brother died, my dad disappeared and went away. So he was already a little bit sketchy, and then he became, withdrawn and completely never recovered. So, for me, they're very similar, Donald Trump and my dad. And, bad guys. No morals is basically it.
So you don't like your father now?
Well, he's dead. So, yeah, I love my dad. I love my dad a lot, but I didn't like him as a person. I didn't agree with what he did, but I wouldn't want to hurt him. Right. You know, I'm glad he's dead because he wasn't really like having the life that, you know, at a certain age, I think it's more humane for people to just be dead than to be living in a nursing home. So that's a note to you guys to put me down anytime diagnosed with any disease. Knock on for Micah.
Right. What did your bubble used to feel like? Because you said you was in a bubble of your own privilege. What did it feel like?
Felt like I would go home. There were like assistants when I got home, cleaning ladies when I got home, everybody taking care of everything. Things are labeled in my house, not being self-sufficient, not being able to turn on anything in my own house, having too many people doing things for me, and so many years of that happening, losing my complete identity and self-sufficiency. And I was over it. I was over everything. So, yeah, I mean, I still have all those people.
I was going to say, so now you turn the channel to your house.
There.
You know how to turn the TV on now.
Yeah, there's like one less person. And like, I was like, as an exercise, I want to pick up dog poop this year. And then I'm like, in May though, like, let's wait till the spring. No, I am doing a lot better. I'm still not where I'd like to be, but I have made an effort. And when you make a concentrated effort in any area of your life, you're going to improve. As long as you're not an idiot.
So what about relationship-wise now? You've also said that you feel like a lot of the problems you've had with relationships does relate back to your brother saying that he was coming back and then he didn't. So how did you manage to get over that hurdle? I know a lot of that was in therapy, but have you had a meaningful relationship since then?
I haven't, no, not since I've been to therapy, but since I, you know, now that I've identified how my brother said, I'll come back, I'll never leave you. I won't leave you with these people, meaning my parents. And when he did leave and never come back, my 9-year-old brain took that as rejection. I thought he left me because he found a better sister and a better family. I didn't have the brain capacity to understand that it was a mistake and it was an accident. I was angry. Right. You lied and men lie, and now my dad is gone too, so I lost 2 guys in 1 year. My whole family went into their own pockets of retreatment to try and heal from losing a brother. And you don't, and then you realize when a professional you're paying tells you this is the reason why you're not in a relationship, because you're so scared a man will leave you and lie to you. You're like, oh, well, it's so obvious, but sometimes you need someone to tell you that you're paying. So you'll notice a theme here. I like to pay people.
So is that why you just run through guys, I guess? Like guys are so disposable to you?
Yeah, because I don't believe they can measure up. And if they can measure up, I'll make sure that they prove to me that they can.
Wow.
Yeah. So what are you looking for in a man now, for everyone out there listening? And are you dating anybody?
I'm not dating anybody, no, but I'm ready to date. I want somebody who's got their act together, you know what I mean? That's not going to be up in my business. I don't necessarily need to live with someone, but I like to travel and I love to ski. And I just kind of want to like travel 6 months of the year and work on projects I care about 6 months of the year and not devote my life to my work again.
So they have to have a little bit of money.
They have to have their act together. I don't care about paying for stuff, but like you can't be like, borrowing money. Okay. You have to be.
I'm not going to be a sponsor.
No,
yeah,
right, okay.
And you have to have a very small white penis.
Jesus Christ.
So those are really hard to come by.
Why would you want to spend the rest of your life with that?
I don't. Of course I don't.
I thought maybe she didn't want to get...
would say, really? Is that what you want? Yes, that's what I want.
I don't want to get stretched out.
All right, now don't move. We got more with Chelsea Handler. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Hey, it's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Chelsea Handler. Charlamagne?
Now, do you miss having a late night show every night?
No.
You don't?
She said that fast.
No, I don't like I don't like the responsibility that comes with it.
Really?
Too many people. It was fun for a while, for sure. Too many people on staff. Too many times you have to spend your day watching yourself, and that's not how I want to spend my day.
Right. I feel like it would be different for you now, though, because of all of the politics and stuff that you talk about. Like you talk about social issues, like you'd have more to talk about.
Yeah, no, I just don't like being tied to I don't like to be. I think I outgrew being stuck in a studio. I don't want to be in the same place every single day. I like to be like on a trip and figuring, and filming it. Like when I did ayahuasca in Peru, I got to film that for Netflix.
Right.
They let me go all over the world and film stuff. I'd much prefer to do that kind of stuff where you're talking to real people than sitting in a studio. It's just not like...
Now, you just mentioned Peru. Now, when you did that documentary, you were on a drug.
Ayahuasca.
Now,
what the hell is ayahuasca?
Yeah,
I thought that was a place.
And why did you try that?
You don't know what ayahuasca is?
No, I thought you were talking about a place I've never been to.
Oh, maybe it's a white person's drug.
Yeah, I never heard of that either.
Person.
What does the drug do?
It's a plant. Oh, it's intense. It makes you vomit and you defecate, first of all.
So why would you want to do that?
Because there are things I'll do on television that I will never do in my real life.
Okay, go ahead.
So I will do that to educate and experience anything experiential where I'm going to be caught off guard. I like. So I did not defecate. My shaman, however, did in his pants the entire ceremony. So the only thing I smelled was feculence the entire time I was tripping. But your trip is crazy. You have like a fast forward of like, it's like an iPod shuffle of childhood memories, and you're not in your body, you watching you. Like, so for me, it was my sister and me on the beach, running down the beach, playing with our dogs, being on the kayaks, flipping each other over, laughing hysterically. And I saw it all play out before me, like I wasn't in my body.
Really?
And so everyone has that experience where you see yourself outside of yourself. So it was pretty awesome. I mean, it changed my relationship with my sister for sure. It was just about me being told that my sister is, not like me. Don't judge her. Be kinder to her. To be sweeter to her. So yeah. So
and it was natural.
It's a plant. You smoke it, or you do a shot. They brew it. Sorry, they brew it into a tea, and you take a shot of it, and then you hallucinate for like 5 hours.
Can I get it off Amazon?
Yeah, no, probably not, but probably actually. You probably could get it off Facebook. You can there are people who do it all over, like upstate New York. I'm sure people are doing ayahuasca retreats. You need a shaman and like someone who leads the ceremony and somebody who knows what they're doing. But yeah, it's popular. Lots of people. But people get sober off of ayahuasca. They go in if they have addiction issues or depression issues. It's all basically like now microdosing is the thing that everyone's doing. So, microdosing psilocybin from mushrooms, which helps people daily. I took some mushrooms the other day when I was skiing, like microdose. You take like a little mushroom head and it just makes everything sharper, everything up. Like you're just alert. And it's from the ground. So everyone who wants to argue about like natural homeopathic things that are from the ground that just also happen to make you hallucinate.
I enjoy shrooms.
Yeah. Who does it? They're the best.
That I've done that I enjoy.
Is that all part of your healing? Does that help with your healing?
I can. It wasn't part of mine.
You have to be in a good mood when you take them, because if not, it's a bad experience.
You have to set your tone always when you take drugs, I think. You have to go, okay, this is going to be a fun time. And I'm not going to pig out when I'm done. That's the thing for girls. Because I'm coming out with a weed line that is going to isolate the THCV, hopefully, which is the chemical that decreases your hunger, because we all just get high and go off.
They eat everything.
And it's like, come on, you want to be able to get stoned without eating. Gee, I would just recommend when you get stoned, eat right then. So that once you're, you know what I mean?
You eat everything.
Yeah, don't get started.
Can you have a weed line without guilt? Because, you have a lot of white people who are profiting from cannabis, but black people are in jail for harsh sentences.
Yeah, well, there's going to have to be a major reconciliation, because there's too many people. Coca-Cola is talking about putting cannabis in Coke.
Exactly.
So can I have a weed line while people yes, I can move forward with that. Hopefully that's not the case, and that they'll start to address that in our criminal justice system. But I also believe that you can do good things while crappy things are happening. And to bring awareness to something like this is so important. And it needs to be somebody who's legitimately used it for good in their life. And I feel like, that's me. So I totally, for the drinking, for me to say I've cut my drinking in half is like a sentence I never thought would come out of my mouth ever in a million years. I love drinking, and I haven't had a drink in like a week. I'm dying for one.
That's great.
I've never heard somebody promote drug use and alcohol use as much as you. In such a nice way. It sounds like a positive way. You sound so nice.
Have you ever smoked with Snoop?
Yeah, I smoked with him the other night. I saw him at something.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
How was that?
Awesome. He's the best.
Have you ever had a bad experience, though?
With weed?
Yeah. Or with anything like edibles, with any other drug?
Not really, no. I like drugs. I take to them nicely. I think it's great. I like to think in different ways, and when it's a mind opener, sometimes you can just abuse something too much and not really get all you can out of it, all that you can out of it. So it is good to when you do mushrooms, you're supposed to set an intention. I said to my friend when we were skiing, I'm like, are we supposed to set an intention? She's like, no, this is just a fun one. And I'm like, good. I don't want to be like that every time I do drugs. Like I have to be like, today I'm going to get pet through. No, it's not that serious. But you do have to have like a really good time. We all want to have fun, obviously.
Right.
A lot of your drugs are organic. Have you done anything processed like coke? Crack, maybe?
Crack. I don't think I've ever done crack. I had a boyfriend who sold crack in high school, but I don't think I did try heroin with him once. I snorted heroin and then threw up immediately, and I didn't have to ever do that again.
Not your type of thing.
No, too hardcore.
You like the organic drugs.
You need drugs that you can do like for a duration, not that have a beginning, middle, and end date. Like cocaine, you can't do after a certain age. It's just not. It's a tricky look.
Chuck, are you sure you shouldn't have named your book "Drugs Will Be the Death of Me"? Instead of
no, drugs are the life of me. But thank you for my next title. So, by the way, also I want to say this: I'm doing a tour since you guys don't have your acts together. I'm going on tour for this book to cities like Clearwater, Florida, too. So I'm hitting a lot of spots, and you can buy tickets at livenation.com. But I do want to say, if you do buy a ticket, you get a book. To the show, to any of my shows across the country at livenation.com, you get a book. So if you are coming to a show, please know that you already get a book.
Chelsea has really trimmed the fat. She's no publicist.
Nope.
No publicist to send books up here.
Nope.
My publicist was too hungover to show up today, so she's sleeping. I just kidding. She's outside.
I thought she was right. She's right here sitting down.
I was like, hey, girl, get on my train.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, Chelsea was ready to go 10 minutes ago.
Life would be the death of me.
Thank you, guys. It's always nice to see you guys.
Is it really, Chelsea?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was up there meditating while she was talking to us.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. If I knew you was into drugs, I'd have had some for you.
No,
I always want drugs.
You still sell drugs?
I have.
Yeah, but I could have got some nice organic something.
Okay. Well, next time you'll know. You'll know.
We should do a whole interview on shrooms and just see
I
what
would
happens.
love that.
They've never tried shrooms before.
Yeah, of course. Everybody needs to be on shrooms. That is the best.
Let's do that.
Next time.
You will laugh your ass off.
I definitely laugh so hard I cry when I take shrooms. I start
my cheeks and my abs hurt always every day after I take shrooms. It's the best. You just laugh your ass off, and everything that everyone says is hysterical. So it is fun for radio, but you should start the show sober and take them in the beginning so that you can get through half of it and then just decompose.
I wonder how shrooms going to therapy would be.
Well, I wouldn't shroom, but you can take like microdose and go to therapy. People like that, and they do ketamine therapy too. You know, ketamine.
Nah,
that horse tranquilizer. My friend's doing that.
Horse tranquilizer?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'll pass on that one.
Yep.
Sound
drugs will be the death of me. The next book after life will be the death of me.
Chelsea Handler, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Well, we appreciate you for joining us. It's Chelsea Handler. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Thank you, guys. It was nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Nobody pray for me.
JMV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Drake.
It's about time. What's going on? Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
All right, well, let's talk about Drake and J. Cole. Are you excited about them making some new music together? Well, Drake was on his assassination vacation tour in Europe yesterday, and here's what happened.
This is for anybody that has a dream, that has a vision, you know what I'm saying? When I think of all my earliest memories, there was always one guy that was always right there doing the same thing as me, and it's this man right here. He hasn't changed since the first day I met him. I said it tonight in prayer. I'll say it tonight in front of 20,000 people, and I swear to God, all you keep doing is getting bigger and better, and I appreciate it. I can't wait to make some new music for you. I know we've been working. I can't wait to let you speak.
All right, so Drake and J. Cole, the two of them have been working together.
It's always good when the kings of this generation link up. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
I know that's going to be incredible.
I think that'd be dope.
Now let's talk about Jussie Smollett. He's being sued by the city of Chicago. And that's all because, they wanted him to reimburse them for $130,000 in overtime alone. But now they want hundreds of thousands of dollars on top of that to cover attorney's fees and additional expenses. And they want the judge to multiply that times 3.
Hold on. So before, all he had to do was pay the $130 and everything would have been good.
Correct.
He should have just paid the $130.
Yep.
I don't understand why he's playing with these people.
I don't know why he
might not have it.
Why do you continue to poke the bear?
I think he has it. He better figure it out. I'm sure you could work out a payment plan.
Yeah. Only because
now it might end up costing you $500,000.
Yeah. That's true. And the fact that you already got the case dismissed, and you already know that these people like to leak things to the press. So you got the case dismissed. You kind of clean out here a little bit. Now what if they just start leaking stuff to show that you really, really did what they said you did?
Well, now he's in Hawaii and he's living it up on vacation.
All
so
right.
It's another reason that everybody's mad.
All right. Aloha my ass. You better pay them people their money.
All right, now let's get back to talking about Nipsey Hussle and his funeral program that was yesterday. Now, we told you earlier about his mother speaking, about his brother speaking, about Lauren London. Well, in case you missed it, here's what Lauren London had to say as she spoke at the memorial service.
My pain is for my 2-year-old that probably won't remember how much his dad loved him.
Lord have mercy.
This is something that I don't really understand, but I know that Aramis always used to say that you can't possess people, that you experience them. And I'm so honored and blessed that I got to experience such a man.
Man, I loved when she was reading aloud the text messages that she was sending to him about how much she loves him and all of that. So that's why it's important when people are here for you to express how much you care and love.
Yeah, I can't lie. I understand God has a plan and everything happens for a reason, but sometimes the reason is that people submit their will to the devil and make poor choices, and it has nothing to do with God. He gave us all free will. I saw God in Nipsey's life, but not in his death. Dude who killed Nipsey made a poor choice, and when I saw his family up there crying, all I could think is Nipsey is dead because of a bum-ass, sucker-ass, evil-ass dude. And for a second, I thought about, they should have just dropped Nipsey's killer in the middle of that procession and let the wolves have him.
All right, now there were also letters written by James Harden, DJ Khaled, Kendrick Lamar, LeBron, The Game, tons of others, including Barack Obama. Here is Karen Civil reading Barack Obama's letter.
I've never met Nipsey, but I've heard his music through my daughters. And after his passing, I had the chance to learn more about his transformation and his community work. While most folks look at the Crenshaw neighborhood where he grew up and only see gangs, bullets, and despair, Nipsey saw potential. He saw a community that even through its flaws taught him to always keep going. He set an example for young people to follow and is a legacy worth of celebration.
Now the children also had their tributes as well, and Lauren London's son, Cameron Carter, had this to say.
On the night of April 2nd, I had a dream. I was in paradise and I was playing in the ocean water when Aramis popped up right behind me. I told my mom about the dream and I realized that Aramis told me what heaven was like. He told me it was paradise. So in the morning, Aramis would say respect at the window. So on my count of 3, I want everybody to yell respect. 3, 2, 1.
That wasn't a 2-year-old. That was the older one.
Yeah, I said that was Lauren London's son, Cameron Carter.
Yeah, that made me feel great because I had a dream like that when my grandmother died, and just to hear him say that he saw Nipsey in paradise, I thought that was
other
really
people
dope.
who spoke were YG.
You feel me? That's my brother from the other color. You know what I'm saying? He gave me books to read and like that. I'm like, damn, this different, man. I want to congratulate Bo for his legacy, all the people he touched, and for the brand he left behind. On the behalf of the West Coast, on behalf of LA, the streets, my we love you, my I'm gonna miss you, my and like Lauren said, the marathon continues.
I don't think YG read those books. I just got a feeling.
All right, well, in the next hour, we'll have more for you, including Snoop Dogg speaking. But right now, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.
Hey, man, Nipsey's death just doesn't seem fair. But one of the greatest lies ever told was this wicked-ass world is fair, man. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle.
Absolutely. Now, donkey today, who you giving your donkey to?
We've been talking about the fragile male ego for a while now, so let's continue that after the hour. The Bronx. What does your Uncle Charlotte always say? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida. The Bronx has stepped up today in a terrible, terrible way.
The home of hip-hop?
That's right.
Yes. Well, we'll discuss after the hour.
All right, we'll get into that next. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Double R a donkey. It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkey of the Day does not discriminate.
I might not have the song of the day, but I got the donkey of the day.
So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit it with the heat on.
Yes, The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's donkey of the day today?
Oh, man. Donkey of the Day for Friday, April 11th goes to a young man in the Bronx named Angel Esteban Felix Rodriguez. He's 24 years old. What does your Uncle Charlotte always tell you? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and today the Bronx has stepped up to show that they are indeed still one of the craziest places in America. But this is an issue that's affecting people all across the country, though. That issue is something I've been talking to you all about. The fragile male ego. And we live in this era where a bunch of young men and women are hurt. People are in pain. And when they are in pain, they just redistribute that pain to other people. And usually it comes in the form of violence. And that's what happened in the Bronx. This is why we have to show love to one another, okay? Hug people, especially brothers to other brothers. Tell each other we love each other. We value each other. We appreciate each other. I'm down to do that with every black man on this planet, except for probably 2 people. And Kelvin Hunter, Wendy Williams' soon-to-be ex-wife, is one of them, okay? We as men have to understand rejection happens. We have to learn how to deal with rejection. We have to learn how to deal with not getting our way. And that's that. But, you know, society for years has promoted male supremacy, and that male supremacy leads to a sense of entitlement that often leads to situations like Angel Rodriguez. Do you want to know why Angel is getting Donkey of the Day? Let's go to Pix 11 for the report, please.
21-year-old Indira Ramirez Rodriguez loved fashion and was always seen dressed up, but that could have cost her life. Her 23-year-old boyfriend, Angel Esteban Feliz Rodriguez, was jealous. And Wednesday evening, Rodriguez walked into the 46th precinct and allegedly confessed to murder. When police arrived, Rivera was found strangled to death on the bathroom floor. Right now, Rodriguez is here at Bronx Criminal Court. Apparently, he just faced a judge on murder charges.
This guy killed his girlfriend because she stayed out because of the way she dressed. Like, the fragile male ego. When you are highly insecure, when you have a lack of self-esteem, when you have a feeling of despair, you know, that deep sense of insecurity makes you think everybody else is the problem. We have personal feelings that are underdeveloped and often dangerous. And these men, when they feel bad, they think it's someone else's fault. And that's usually because they weren't shown empathy early in their life. How is this young man, Angel, supposed to know empathy if he's never felt it for himself? That big-ass male ego is so fragile, and men can become so dangerous when it comes to keeping our so-called power, okay? If there's a threat to us being in control, man. Angel thought he owned this young queen named Indira, but as Lauren London said yesterday at the celebration of life for the late, great Nipsey Hussle, you don't truly have anyone. You just experience them. This is why I'm so big on, you know, getting your mental health in order, because this is all part of the healing that I'm talking about. We have to first heal ourselves, because if we are hurt, all we do is hurt others. Men are sensitive, insecure, high maintenance, moody, confusing, never happy. All the things we say women are, we are too. And when we don't get our way, if, you know, you don't have your fragile male ego in check, you will have a temper tantrum. That's all Angel had, a violent-ass temper tantrum that caused him to make a permanent decision based off temporary feelings. And he didn't know what to do with that pain except pass it to someone else. This is why mental healing is so important, because when you value yourself, you will value others. Learn to treat yourself with kindness and respect, and you will treat others with kindness and respect. It's a process, but it can be done. Sadly, Angel's process will start in prison. Please give Angel Rodriguez the biggest hee-haw. Sad, man.
Very sad.
Sad.
Very sad. All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
You want to keep things in sad mode?
Yeah.
Let's keep things in sad mode.
Let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051.
Because we haven't had this discussion yet. And I kind of wanted to wait until after the funeral services and everything to have this discussion about Mr. Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, so yesterday was Nipsey's funeral.
His celebration of life.
Celebration of his life. Yeah. And it was broadcasted on BET. Title broadcasted it. I know a lot of you guys seen some of the clips, some of the snippets. What did you guys think? Let's open up the phones. Let's talk about it.
How do you feel? How do we feel?
All right, 800-585-1051. Call us up right now.
Let's talk feelings, people.
Let's talk about it now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast. Yeah.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. So we're opening up the phone lines, 800-585-1051, asking how you feel about Nipsey Hussle. Now, yesterday was his funeral, his celebration of life. It was broadcasted on Tidal, on BET, on who else broadcasted yesterday?
Tidal, BET, and E. From what I was told.
I saw CNN had the link to stream it as well.
Okay, so we're opening up the phone lines and just asking, you know, how do you feel?
After Nipsey got killed, to be honest with you, I couldn't sleep. I still really haven't slept great since he passed. Number one reason is because the day it happened, it was described to me in great detail. Then somebody sent me the surveillance video, but I didn't know what it was, so I watched it, and it was literally what was described to me. And I just can't get that kick he delivered to Nipsey out of my mind. Like, I have never seen that kind of hate, that kind of evil for a person. And I even woke up screaming one night, and I can't lie. I understand God has a plan, and everything happens for a reason. But sometimes the reason is that people submit their will to the devil and make poor choices, and it has nothing to do with God. He gave us free will. So it's a part of me that, you know, feels like Nipsey got cheated just because the dude who killed Nipsey made a poor choice. And when I saw his family up there crying, that's all I could think. Nipsey is dead because of a bum-ass evil Negro. So, yes, I guess I have peace because his family has peace, but there's a part of me that it still has a lot of confusion. It's very not understandable to me why Nipsey Hussle is no longer here.
Yeah, for myself, I don't question God. I don't question God's plan. I don't question what God has in store. I mean, I tell you this much. Nipsey's influence that he's passed has been on a level that I've never seen in a long time. The way that he's encouraging people to do better, the way he's encouraging people to be positive, the way he's encouraging people to invest in his own community, the way he's encouraging a lot of the gangs to chill out and not fight each other. So, like I said, I don't question God's plan. You know, when it happened, I was sad, you know, to see any young brother die and any young brother pass, especially in that way. But now to see what his effect on this world, maybe that's God's plan. Maybe it's a bigger plan than all of us could ever imagine or think of.
Yeah. You know, what I loved about Nipsey was the fact that he was so actively involved in the community. But even for himself personally, I've seen him practice forgiveness for a lot of different, on a lot of different occasions where he's had issues with people and then resolved those issues. And he's never been hesitant to speak up about what he believed in and what he felt. And he's been a real family man. And now seeing his family so present and speaking on Nipsey and his life, you can see where all the love surrounding him that he was given comes from.
Yeah, I mean, I saw God in Nipsey's life, but not in his death. And I guess that's what's got me confused, too, because I do believe God does have a plan for everything. But, man, when I see somebody submit their will to Satan the way that man submitted his will to Satan and killed Nipsey Hussle, I see the absence of God. And that's what got me confused. But, like, it probably is a bigger plan in his death.
And I definitely think so. I don't question what God has in store. Cassandra, good morning.
Good morning, DJ Envy. Good morning, Charlamagne. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning.
I felt so sad yesterday because, you know, like some others, I didn't know Nipsey, but I have heard him, and I heard the interview with you guys on the radio last year. And I coordinate a program out here in Newark. And so I see this every day. I've been seeing this for years. And it's so sad to watch the mothers when they drop to the ground, when they lose their kids. And what's even more sad is because a lot of times the perpetrator and the victim, we come from the same community. We know each other. And that's the hurtful part. I would love to see one day DJ NVU, Charlamagne, Jay-Z, and Meek Mills, particularly because they're on this, you know, doing the whole reentry. I would love to see you guys just get in a room with, you know, everybody. They know who the main leaders are, and sit with the main leaders, just the men, and talk about, you know, how senseless this is, and talk about how important it is. Because I love the fact that you guys you're married, you're in your kid's life, and to grow up and grow out of this behavior, because this is very sad. You know, to hear Lauren, to hear his mother, to hear his dad. His dad, even though his dad said, you know, he was not, you know, there physically, but he knows the importance of being in his child's life. And as a community, we have to get back to that, DJ Envy, Charlamagne, Angela. We have to find a way to get back to that. And I would love to see you guys do a man-to-man talk with these brothers out here about the importance of growing up and growing out of this behavior.
Nah, you're right. That's why I'm so big on the mental health aspect, because I just feel like, you know, hurt people, and we got to heal ourselves, because if we don't, we're just going to keep redistributing that pain from brother to brother. You know, sometimes all we know is violence.
Yeah, and I'm with you. And I try to have a lot of those conversations. You know, a lot of young brothers come up to me, especially with the whole real estate, and they see the cars and they ask and they inquire about it. And I really try to push them into ownership. And I really try to push them and tell them that, you know, I could have took the wrong path, and who knows where I would have been. You know, a lot of my friends that took the wrong path are no longer here or are in jail. So I try to encourage them to do something positive and really give back to their community and pull their brother up if they can.
Yeah, and even if you can't be an owner, man, just dealing with that trauma that you got going on inside of you, dealing with that hurt, dealing with that pain. So you don't redistribute it to other people just because you see somebody who is an owner, somebody who do got the cars, somebody who is doing better than you, just because, so you see them and don't feel jealous and envious of them and want to hurt them.
Correct. 800-585-1051. We're talking Nipsey Hussle this morning. Yesterday was his funeral. We're just asking, how do you feel? Call us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking Nipsey Hussle. Yesterday was his funeral. And we're just asking.
Celebration of life.
We're asking just, how do you feel? You know, just open up the phone lines. We're going to take some calls and just really ask us, you know, how do you feel? Letitia, good morning.
No, this ain't Letitia. This Lynn, DJ Envy.
I want to call you Letitia. Can I call you Letitia if I want to?
They have Letitia on the thing. What's up, Lynn?
Hey, Charlamagne the God. Don't play with me. You can't call me no Letitia. I'm Lynn the God. You understand me?
I got you, Tish. What's happening?
Now, Lynn, what's up, man? What do you feel?
Man, yeah, about the Nipsey. It was a horrible thing coming from the hood and crippling from day one. You see a lot of this. You see a lot of soldiers go before their time, you know, but at the same time, you know, Nipsey gave us a new way to crip. You know, we come up cripping like Tukey, now we cripping like Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? It's a continuous evolution and progress, you know, and he lived that, he showed that, and gave us all an example of how you're supposed to crip to the point to where he got the whole world clipping. Charlamagne the God wish he had a blue flag on right now.
I don't need. Well, listen. Talking about no, I don't need to have a blue flag because even bigger than the Crip thing, Nipsey was a black man. So Nipsey serves as an inspiration, a symbol for the possibilities of black men. He's just another example in a long line of black men who have showed us what we really should be doing in our communities.
That's true. But when you crippin', it ain't nothing but crippin'. You understand me? Mm-hmm. So I understand what you're saying, but I'm a Crip. You understand? First and foremost. So with that being said, I'm trying to do the same thing in Cinewood on Homestead in Houston, Texas. Same thing Nipsey did on Crenshaw. You know, creating our own revenue, you know, and dispersing it amongst ourselves, keeping it in rotation. The dollar in the black community stays one rotation. The dollar in the Asian community stays like 13 rotations. That means they paying themselves 13 times before they give anything, if they give it something. Excuse my language.
Hey, you right, my brother. And I want you to pick up a book today called A Message to the Black Man by Elijah Muhammad, and you will see where a lot of Nipsey's hustle, do for self mentality came from.
Bria.
Hey.
Good morning, Bria.
Good morning.
We're opening up the phone lines, just asking you, how do you feel after the whole Nipsey Hussle situation?
Well, the memorial service was beautiful. Everybody came out and spoke their truth, and I was so, encouraged by their strength. But I've been struggling with feelings of anger and then also optimism that, people will not only continue the marathon, but also learn some unfortunate and valuable lessons. One of the things that I want everybody to do when you have something to lose, when you are building in your community and you know that there's unfortunately some horrible people walking amongst us, invest in security. I believe in my Second Amendment right strongly, and I also believe in, empowering your circle and giving your friends jobs. Maybe give them a job like a driver or a stylist or something like that. But security detail, in my opinion, needs to be trained professionals, either police, ex-military, sharpshooters that have that instinct to watch your back. When I saw the video of his murder, I was livid that waste of flesh was able to walk up on that great man like that.
No, you're right.
I agree.
And he did have security, but they said he spontaneously went to the store to bring a friend who had just gotten out of jail to go get some clothes. So he hadn't alerted his security, which was, definitely a misstep, but he did have security.
I agree with you. You ever been to finger licking in Miami? As soon as you pull up in the parking lot, finger licking in Miami, it's armed security all throughout the parking lot. So even if I feel that way too. Yeah. I feel like it should just be armed security, securing that whole script. I do.
Yes. Indeed. Peace and blessings to all of them. And I really hope that going forward, people will keep that in mind. And, some people have felonies. Well, that's what you got security for. If you can't have it on your hip, you need to hire somebody
The only thing is, I know with a lot of people, the security, especially when it's professionals, are very expensive. So a lot of people try to go a different route because people really can't afford it. When you're talking about a off-duty officer or a trained person, you're talking about $500 a day. And, just to walk around is very expensive. That's why a lot of times people, will hire their homie and tell their homie to get a gun license and things like that because it's a lot cheaper.
And help them get a job, too.
And helps them get a job. But I know security is very expensive. And, if you're just walking around and you're not getting paid, if you're going to a show, that's something different because at least you're getting some type of money. But if I'm just going out to the mall or if I'm just hanging, security is very, very expensive for a lot of people.
I get what she's saying. On a neighborhood like that, and for that establishment, it should have been a little bit more security. But that's neither here nor there. That's in hindsight.
What's the moral of the story, guys?
The moral of the story for me, man, is that, Nipsey Hussle serves as an inspiration, a symbol, for the possibilities of what black man could and should be, And Nipsey said on Loaded Bases with CeeLo, it's a couple dudes every generation that wasn't supposed to make it out, but decode the matrix. And when they get to speak, it's like a coded language, reminds us of our strength and all of our stolen greatness. And Nipsey was definitely that.
And I also feel like let him continue to be an inspiration. And what that means is for us to continue to do positive things. Or if you haven't been so positive, then make sure you make that change now and do something great for somebody. Anybody. It could be a stranger, anyone.
And it also goes back to, giving people flowers while they're here, And I love the love for Nipsey. And I wish he would have seen a lot of that love. So it's like some of those people that do ride for us and are willing to die for us, whether it's your Killer Mikes,
David
Banner, your T.I.s. We got to show those brothers a lot of love and a lot of respect right now while they're here because they are fighting for us. And even the people that inspired us, for me, is Jermaine Dupri and Jay-Z. A lot of those people that really helped, we got to show a lot of those people those flowers right now.
Minister Farrakhan, who spoke at the funeral yesterday.
Absolutely.
And you know what else I want to say? The brother who called up talking about Tukey. You know, it's easy to look at Tuki's life that led him to prison, but it's better to look at Tuki's life towards the end of his prison sentences, or watch the man he became while in prison, because you don't have to go to jail to become that man. Tuki had to go to prison to become that man. You know what I'm saying? But you can learn from the mistakes of others and become, you know, a upstanding citizen while you're still out here. That's what Nipsey did.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So don't dismiss, you know, Tuki, because Tuki became a changed man in prison.
Yeah, shout out to the brother My Son as well.
My Son, absolutely.
Now, we got rumors on the way?
Yes, we'll be talking about Wendy Williams. It looks like she needs a change of scenery. We'll tell you what's happening in her
tired
life.
of looking at Kevin Hunter's midlife crisis closet? I wouldn't want to wake up and see that every day either.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? All this Third World Supreme everywhere.
Stop it, man.
You know what I mean? Who wants to see that?
We'll get to the rumors next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Pull up in a demon on guard, looking like I still do fraud. Flying private jet with the rod. It's that Z. It's that Z.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
What happened?
I just want to let you guys know, I do not pick the songs that play.
Oh, shut up, you liar!
During the show.
You play all the music. You're DJ Envy. What you got DJ in your name for this?
I am DJ Envy, but I do not play the songs.
Liar.
During the show.
You just don't want to stand next to no Kodak Black music. Don't be a punk.
Well, I wouldn't have played that right after that conversation we just had.
With Nipsey? About Nipsey?
Yes.
Well, we're about to get into Snoop Dogg talking at
tone
Nipsey's
deaf. Yeah, that was very tone deaf. But it wasn't me. My mix that's coming up in about 5 minutes, that's all me. Okay. This other stuff, I wouldn't have.
Well, can we do rumors?
Let's do rumors.
It's time. She's spilling the tea. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, Snoop Dogg also spoke at Nipsey's memorial service, and he talks about meeting Nipsey and getting music from Nipsey.
The first time I got his CD, I didn't listen to it. Then, about a week later, he gave me another CD, so I'm rolling up a blunt in the back seat of the car on the CD. So I opened the CD up. The homie know. So I took the CD out, and I popped the CD in. I was like, damn, cuz, it's hard. Long story short, we ended up connecting. We ended up making music together. We ended up making a brotherhood. We ended up creating a bond. We created something that was special.
All right, gotta love it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk about Tina Turner. So that biographical musical is going to be coming to Broadway, which I'm excited for. I'm definitely going to see that. It's called Tina, the Tina Turner musical. It's going to start October 12th. And then November 7th. So I guess its preview performance is October 12th, and November 7th it's officially opening on Broadway. So
okay.
I know y'all want to see that.
Yes, I want to take my mom to see the Temptations joint and the Tina Turner.
I'm taking my mom to that. My mom's whole haircut is inspired by Tina Turner. Her whole,
I can see that now.
Yeah.
Now that you said that, I can see that. Mm-hmm.
Actually, What's Love Got to Do With It was the first song as a kid I ever knew the words to randomly.
I cannot watch What's Love Got to Do With It now without tearing up. Okay. And whenever I put hands on
did you read her book?
No, I didn't read the book.
Her book is pretty good,
I listened
too.
to her podcast about the book on Oprah's Super Soul Conversation.
That was the only interview I think she did for the book, too. All right, now Disney has revealed when their new streaming service is going to launch, and that video service is launching November 12th. It's going to cost you $6.99 a month.
I'm there.
I ain't gonna front. Why do I need cable now?
Listen,
why do I need cable?
I'm canceling Hulu, but I'm gonna bring Hulu back when the Wu-Tang show start. But I'm keeping Netflix and I'm getting that Disney service because they got all
how much do we pay a month? And
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just think about it. In cable, if you have Netflix, if you have Hulu, then you have Disney, then you have Tidal, then you have Apple Music, then you have Spotify, then you have Pandora. Many different things.
I actually might get rid of Apple and just keep Tidal, to be honest.
Yeah, I got rid of my Apple already. I just got tired.
Now Soulja Boy has been arrested, and that's on probation violation after a judge ruled that he violated his probation by having things like ammunition in the house. They found ammunition when they were searching his house, and he's on probation for a weapons case from back in 2014. So now he's being held without bail, and he'll be in custody until he has his hearing, which is going to be April 30th.
You can't have bullets?
No. Not if you're on probation. You're a felon.
Really?
All right, now Ray J, in the meantime, is looking for whoever stole their dog. This has been quite some while since Bugatti has been missing, and they're offering $20,000.
My dog was lost, but now somebody has taken my dog, put him in a car, and drove off. So please help me find my dog.
Funny, man.
It was taken in a Dodge Charger. It was like a young white kid. I think he was around 19 or 20. If that kid is listening, please be a hero. Please be a good person and bring my dog back.
Dang.
So sad.
I'm not a hero. I can't steal your dog and bring it back and you call me a hero. I'm just a thief who had a change of heart.
Unless someone tells and gets the dog and brings it back.
Now, he's the hero, yeah.
All right, now Lil Nas X, Old Town Road, that song is doing crazy. It's remaining at number 1 on the Hot 100.
That's crazy.
And what they are saying is that song has shattered Drake's single-week streaming record. Drake actually had God's Plan, which held the previous record at 69 million in a week. Well, Old Town Road just shattered that with 80 million streams in a week, beating out God's Plan.
Who is he signed to? Is he signed to Def Jam?
I don't know where he signed.
Is he signed to Def Jam? Whoever did, that was a smart signing.
Right. Well, Billy Ray Cyrus posted, it was so obvious to me after hearing the song just one time. I was thinking, what's not country about it? What's the rudimentary element of a country and western song? Then I thought it's honest, humble, and has an infectious hook. And a banjo. What the hell more do you need?
Oh, and he's singing about horses. Drop on the clues bombs for Lil Nas X. You got a banjo and you're singing about horses? I guess it is country. What the hell do I know?
All right, so congratulations to Lil Nas X. I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.
Oh, he signed to Columbia Records, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, congratulations to them. That was a smart sign.
Hey, fam, I tried the new flavors of Orange Vanilla Coke and Orange Vanilla Coke Zero Sugar. Yeah, you heard that right, and I have to tell you, it's a great combination of Coke, orange, and vanilla flavor. Head to your closest retailer today and try them out.
You finished, fam?
Yes, fam.
Okay. All right, Revolt, we'll see you next week. Everybody else, the People's Choice mixes up next. You know, we throw it back on a Friday, get your request in. Let's go. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.